good morning. How are you doing today? Let's go by what a wise man once said, that every day, and every point in time. That's a few good nuggets for us this morning to make the day count. This is the sound of Lagos, mainland 98.3 FM, Morning Express, the 20th day, month of May already, and that signals countdown already to 5 and mainland 98.3 FM. We are going to be hosting a very exciting moment, expecting you, the children, handsome boys, beautiful girls, and of course parent guardians to secure a seat for yourself at the party, because definitely it promises to be a fun, emphasizing on that fact. But don't worry, I'll give you more updates with yours truly, Mᴏᴜ Akinyosoye, and they want to keep you posted this morning, shaping your morning as all perspectives to give profound analyses to that for the day. Just put it on our shoulder, 20th day in the month of May 2025, to see what's happening in the country and of Lagos. You can join us on social Instagram. Not used to the X already. You're not used to it even till now. And you get notification of every update we have. First, regardless of whatever it is you want to enjoy an audio visual experience, join us on Facebook and YouTube at mainland 98.3 FM, and you can also listen via Radio Garden. Just search for mainland 98.3 FM, and you can listen via our website, very much accessible and easy to use at www.mainlandfm.com, and voila, you're there to enjoy what will be joined by Said Fuad, which will definitely be giving us several perspectives to the update and stories we have for this speed too.
I do. What did you do?
You did. This one that this morning you came with pigeon. What's up?
Look at what is happening in the street on the other side. It's not every time that you have to do it in English. Sometimes you go local.
It's quite cool. It's okay. You're welcome. Have in our dailies, in our several major newspapers, based especially the political. The Punch newspaper is giving updates on, and political players would say that paper is capturing APC court's oppositions, according to the Punch, have intensified, and with evidence is even categorically saying that they can represent Atiku Abubakar, the 2023 Labour Party president, even the ruling party or Progressive Congress, are short of return tickets, the opportunity to choose their successors. That back into the re-election bid is just a federal government, and now emphasis on pressure to switch to the AP Secretary Ajibola Bashiru, to be precise, and public remains open to welcoming the opposition party, really, Oberevori, alongside his predecessor and PDP's 2023 vice president, and from even before senators, House of Rep, now in the ruling or Progressive Congress. There is this conversation about the fact that the for and against the fact that they are not willingly joining that fact, and even the Punch also reporting this morning, giving us the opportunity to choose their successor and House of Rep, senators, and all of that. What are your thoughts on that?
We have our own unique kind of politics and the way we play. It's just about winning elections. So it's almost like river with different ends. So you're going from left or right, you're still in the same. And this fact, and I think they are taking advantage of the fact that there are no clear ideologies that distinguishes our political party. See offers assurances of automatic return tickets to the opposition politicians to join the AP.
Right. You
will see that we have a very unique kind of politics about the interest of these individuals. So that's the unique. Honestly, I find it difficult to blame. The politics is devoid of ideology, and I'm only hoping, because again, we're taking time. In fact, some of the governors who are in the opposition today and some of the politicians are deliberately cutting crisis, encouraging crisis and moving. In fact, they are the ones who are even funding and encouraging. My only fear, and when I say fear now, the reason why some of us think that at least we should have a decent opposition in 2027. And so if you look at the opposition, for example, because again, the opposition as we speak today is still around Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, Mr. Peter Obi. In fact, it has to be those two, basically. Because every other politician If you understand all the El-Rufai, the question is that people into their fold because they believe that the more their own thinking is assured of victory, to wrestle power from the APC.
Yes, in that regard about that kind of politics they should be playing. And credited to Peter Obi saying that whatever coalition that is going to be coming on, and don't you think that is a good...
You see, I carefully going into a coalition that can guarantee good governance and galvanize its base and continue to endear himself to the fact. And I'm sure Mr. Peter Obi is experienced enough to understand that the way we play our politics, all the ideas he has in his head, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So he probably would have to force finance to Nigerians. I'm not saying that, look, there's a Yoruba street saying, so that it's not just going to be another, we've always said it. What would a politician, for example, today in the opposition, like Peter Obi, be considering of the vote of Nigerians? And then number two, it means that it's not just about simple majority. There are thresholds, there are milestones that you need to achieve to become president. My own conclusion is that for you to stand a chance, Ledimu, of becoming Nigeria's president, out of the 6 geopolitical zones, you do very well in 3. Politics would Peter Obi have to pad numbers in order. He needs to tell himself the truth.
All right, for what? Definitely at that. At this point, for the sake of the purpose of this conversation, trends on the paper, Punch newspaper, away from political stories. Let's go to the marketers import 436 billion naira petrol. Yes, importation into the country has made the row between oil marketers and the Dangote Petroleum Refinery to linger amid signs of deepening importation of petrol as fees. And 2 weeks ago, actually, the president, which gives remarks which were the increased production capacity of his refinery for the refinery even commenced full operation, is still surged significantly in recent weeks. For what? Even before going into much details of that, about putting a stop and end to importation, foreign goods, and all of that. And you also, you made a statement that with that extent to fees, we've had over 496.17 million liters of petrol. Even while, and is the new NNPCL director not seeing to, not seeing to the end.
Well, I'm not going to do anything.
That would be.
Is that the first time we have come up with such an initiative? You will be surprised that the people in power would only patronize innocent Nord and other vehicles in Nigeria committed to things like that. You and I know that already. And that's why we daily ritual now to talk about the marketers, Dangote, the importation, way to look for a product that is readily available in Nigeria. Do everything that they said they were not able to do before. Look for this supply for a product that is just at their backyard. Because again, the argument is, Dangote has always said it as available. So why are they still insistent? Why are they still so desperate? It's a question that we need to find answers to. And for the new man, not been able to issue any major statement. What he wants to come to settle down to the job. The new board too has not really been able to. So a lot has been said again about this. We talk about it every day. If our refineries, the other refineries are working, an issue of importation or whether Dangote is trying to monopolize the market or not. It's unfortunate that would get us back to refine foreign exchange. That's what we are hoping for and praying for.
For administration of NNPCL is the fact that we put an end to importation of fuel.
We don't know whether that's there. They've not.
Oh.
If, for example, he has come out to something to the country, that gives us a clear idea of what it.
As that very story, yes, page 23. The headline here is giving us an update that tomorrow released the result of 379,000 candidates. The rescheduled. We know how it followed, especially in Lagos and Southeast State, which the low 200 marks out of a possible 400, prompting that it will. You get a result tomorrow.
Again, the issues were clear. and that they identify well. Because again, this is not the first time JAMB is conducting this exam. So if they will continue to feast on it, if you understand what I'm saying. In fact, the third part of the conversation, that's why in one of the reports, the House of Reps is being said and the total cancellation of the exam. Please. It was not just himself. There were stakeholders, the education sector, IT experts, and parents who were there, who passed, who failed. Again, it's not to come and begin to give us, you understand what I'm saying, but again, we need to commend Professor L쏘ᴜ for being bold to ask who does have problems. You can't help them. I don't know where I did the right thing, let them pass. And for those who still fail, you know the funny thing, there are people that
no. The fact that you are not academically sound.
Good on TikTok, they might not be allowed on TikTok.
Well, that's another conversation.
Generation. It's not distraction. That's where life is. And they have people
use social media. They see social media as a tool to grow themselves.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm not blaming.
Anyway, you say that. Page 7 captures the Bra governorship poll, which is also confirmation, has published the name of Chief Judge Mᴏᴜ as the Labour Party's governorship candidate for the November 8, 2025. Anambra state election effectively affirming the leadership of Julius Abure as the recognized lead to defeat his only rival, John Nwosu, who polled 19 votes during the party's primary, which was held in April 5. At 59 delegates with 601 accredited him and all of that. But with the present current situation in Labour Party.
Because what you're going to have is the other faction going to court, challenge the faction of the Labour Party. Because the question now is on what basis and what I'm saying.
Right.
Because there are factions.
Of course, even the rival, even the rival Labour Party faction, they told them that they conducted a parallel primary.
So those ones I think the opposition political parties are set up already for this unending crisis. With that, you are going to continue to get litigations upon litigation. I told you, for local government primaries alone, last year we had to write to INEC to say which one do we recognize. So these are the things the opposition more that we might eventually see Mr. Peter Obi. Whatever he wants to make of the party, I'm sure at some point the party will leave him do that. Because what could have helped to resolve this crisis would have been for the cost to have, some definite pronouncement.
All right. That you also get in the Punch newspaper. Also from the front page of the 120. So, yeah. I don't know about internet fraudsters almost on a daily basis, We've talked is resulting to several dealings. State court as MPC WHO. Page 22 captures council chair. Page 30 as well captures another sad story. Oyebanji's report from the Punch newspaper is saying that he's laying foundation for good governance in Rivers. What?
They expect him to be there. Let's say he's going to be there for another 3 years.
According to the Punch newspaper this morning, River State governance in the states, driven by strong institutions, a record while it was declaring open a 4-day transformational leadership training workshop for sustainable development organized by the River State government. The workshop represented a major step in repositioning River State public service to meet of River State so far. What?
Has been illegally suspended. He is never.
That's a situation. Another situation is him doing what is expected of him.
Something. That's what I'm saying.
But
there can never be any expectation from the people.
He should be in the
because known. Put him there.
He should be in the known of the mandates.
Why not allow the government that was elected to do the job? Why? So when the president announced his appointment, what was the mandate that the president gave to him?
To bring peace to the states.
He should plan. Is there because of gross abuse and continue to occupy the position illegally? If the people of Rivers State vote for you, suddenly now he's laying foundation for strong institutions. The same institution they bastardized to put him there. That paves way for him to be appointed illegally into a godfather that will say, the governor is my boy. He's just my boy. Where somebody says, I bought phone for everybody. And then let's just get serious and move into some other more serious issues.
Governors of over a million of people of his state. Okay, Fuad. Thank you for that.
Whatever voted for the people, You expect people to have expectations from him?
8.3 FM, the sound of Lagos, and we are still perusing the pages of major newspapers this morning, seeing Facebook or YouTube, whichever is convenient for you, and join us with the Punch newspaper. We have an update of the PDP trade blame over Osun local government, traded blame over the prolonged show, what happened, the crisis over local government chairman, local government area, following a directive from the Osun State President of the Nigeria Union of Local Government Employees, Dr. Nathaniel. And the violence, which we recall, even left at least 6 people dead, including APC elected chairman, have since assumed control of the secretariat. The absence of civil persuade workers to return after APC elected chairman of forceful takeover and illegal occupation of council secretariat. Yeah, right.
When the so-called APC chairman, after the court decision, remember that Governor Adeleke of Osun State basically told their own PDP chairman, leave the secretariat for them. I mean,
right.
Just leave the secretariat. And while they have taken over those secretariats forcefully with the backing of the police and other state institutions. But you know what? Nobody has gone there to work. That the tenure of the so-called APC chairman will end sometime in November. Who is supposed to be the chairman or not? You know. So, and what the PDP should, so that there can be a declaration of state of emergency like it's done in Rivers State, to show that it could have been the plan. They were already calling on the president to say, "Oh, there's crisis." You know, they now took over the local government, but then
local government.
No. What it means, unfortunately.
Well, we are.
Last year, August, that the Supreme Court ruled it will be almost 1 year that judgment was given.
A giving update on food production at risk, especially, is definitely coming with several writers from The Guardian saying that a silent says Olafeso. Federal governments cannot continue in the southwest region for routine harvest of rice, yam, cassava, with farmers and investors shutting down. Prevention is not unique to the region. The emerging conflict and casualty toll are fast. Farmers reporting to The Guardian that of recent attacks. For what? What do we issue?
Okay, whether we like it or not, there's a lot that goes on with agriculture in the south. Problem. Like I told you some few weeks ago, I was just keeping watch on communities and people moving in different parts of the state. You know, some of us are even talking about here on radio. Because it was almost at every... And the picture I painted in my head was that, oh, this thing is serious. It's not, you know, people are afraid. You know, there was a time somebody even called me, you know, to do some form of investment in agriculture. Lady Moore, for example, now that I have seen maybe 100 acres of land somewhere in Oyo State to oversee what's going on. And you know what that means to me? The security concern that will come to my mind. Concerns of their own security. That's why some of them are staying back. Those that are doing it are also praying to stop this menace, this kidnapping, banditry, and all manner of it.
And you find that on page 6, article explores ADC and good governance, poverty, eradication, and
because again, I just told you earlier about coalition. I'm just talking about the politics in this game. 113 states, Article 13, E112. I don't know. I really don't know. What is he doing? You know, to assure that region, you know, dot all lines, cross all T.
All right.
It's going to be very tough. I know what I'm...
Front page of The Guardian. El-Rufai alleges unconstitutional Falana tells National Assembly. Page 5 captures. Navy destroys 468 illegal refineries as experts prefer oil theft solution. Page 3. In 10 years as communal conflict threaten Niger. Page 5 as that very story. Okay. And lastly, Akoti Udua has betrayed. Thank you very much for your time. We'll be back for mail. Stay long.